If your guitar is getting lost on Sunday mornings, I want to talk about something I've been trying to figure out for a very, very long time. Most of us run way too much overdrive on Sunday mornings, and it's probably one of the biggest reasons why our guitar disappears in the mix. A lot of us, including myself, tend to use way too much overdrive than what we actually need. And then at home it sounds big and full while we're practicing, but then when we take it to a real church mix that includes vocals, keys, drums, other guitars, that extra gain starts to work against us. Here's what actually happens. So when we use way too much overdrive, our guitar uses too much of the mid-range, and then it sounds way too compressed, fuzzy, and then instead of actually cutting through, it just sits there and fights with everything and takes up a lot of the mid-range. And then your sound engineer ends up turning you down, and then suddenly you feel buried in the mix. So here's what helped me. First, you want to turn back that gain more than what you think you need to. You still want that edge, you still want some character, but then you want that note definition to stay clear. A cleaner drive usually sits way better in a worship mix than a heavily saturated one. Let me show you what I mean. Now here's the same thing with the gain backed off. You hear how cleaner that sits? That's the difference I'm talking about. Second, pay attention to how the drive interacts with your volume on your guitar. So I typically use a milder overdrive and then use my guitar's volume knob or a clean boost when I need to step out a little bit. This still keeps the tone a little cleaner. Third, this is important. So listen to yourself in the context of the whole band, not just your in-ears or when you're by yourself. Typically, when something sounds huge, it often sounds muddy in the context of when everything else is playing. I'm still learning this every week. I'm just another volunteer guitarist trying to serve well and not get in the way. But dialing back the gain has made a noticeable difference in how well my guitar sits in the mix. If you want clear starting points for your tones based on the gear that you already own, I built a free tool called Tone Prep that does exactly that. You can find it at toneprep.com. There's absolutely no pressure. It's just there if it helps. Anyway, try backing off the gain this Sunday. See how it feels. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you're struggling with too. I appreciate you hanging out. Let's keep showing up and let's serve God the best that we know how.